Hello everyone. So today we'll be learning about the difference between the memorandum of association versus article of association. Okay, the different comparison you can get in expected questions like for your 5 markers or your 10 markers, and I saw most of the time in Google also that much differences are not very easy. So I just thought to make in a very simplified manner and then explain to you so that it will be easy for your exams. And on that particular perspective, I'm just making this video. So what do you mean by MOA? That's called Memorandum of Association. And what do you mean by AOA? Articles of Association. So guys, Memorandum of Association, in case if you have not understood MOA, I've already made a separate video for MOA. Please go watch that video first, then only come back over here, then you'll understand the difference. It's already there in my playlist. I'll be even putting the link at last. You can even watch the MOA and AOA separately, then only come to the difference. Only then you'll understand it. Okay. So MOA comes under section 2, subclause 56, and article of association comes under section 2, subclause 2. Now, first major difference is that the objects for which company is formed. So MOA focus on objects for it. What is the main objective a company should be formed? Whereas in article of association, they will be telling that what should be the rules and regulations of that particular company. Point number 2, under Memorandum of Association, it shows the relationship of a company with the external world. But here, it shows the relationship. In Articles of Association, it shows the relationship with the company within its members, within its own board of directors, within its own shareholders. That is shown over here. So guys, relationship of a company and an external world. If you have watched my previous video, if you understand MOA properly, what I've explained before, then this difference is like a cakewalk for you. So Memorandum of Association, it is basically showing the relationship of company and the external world, whereas Article of Association, it is a relationship of a company with its own members. Okay, that is basically reflected over here. Now, Memorandum of Association, compulsory for every company to file an MOA. Okay, every company should have an MOA, but every company, for every public company, AOA is not required. Okay, remember, for every company, whether it's private or public company, for them MOA is compulsory. But in the case of articles of association, it is not required at all point of time. Especially for the public companies, it is not required. Fourth point, MOA is subordinate to the Companies Act. So MOA comes under where? It comes under the Companies Act, whereas our own articles of association, that is AOA, comes under where? It comes under, I'll put an arrow mark. It is coming from where? It is coming under from MOA. Okay, MOA. So the MOA is a subordinate to the Companies Act, whereas AOA is a subordinate to the MOA. Now, Memorandum of Association defines the objective, limitations, and powers of the organization. Okay, we already learned this in a case. If you remember the case of Ashbury Railway Carriage and Iron Co. Limited versus the Riche. If you go watch my video, if you have not watched that, in that case, they said that very clearly. MOA basically, Supreme Court said that it is basically MOA tells about the limitations, powers of an organization. Whereas in AOA, what do they mention? They mention the powers, rights, duties, liabilities of a company, powers of the shareholders, powers of the board of directors, rights of the shareholders, rights of the board of directors, duties, liabilities of a company, everything they'll be explaining over. That's it. These 5 components, if you understand, no, it's like a key important aspect. Along with it, there are 2 more points which you can remember. An organization cannot amend MOA. Remember, once an MOA is made, it cannot be amended. Whereas in articles of association, it can basically be amended. Okay, an organization can amend AOA, but not an MOA. And MOA consists of 6 clauses. Okay, remember, if you remember, what are the 6 clauses? Name clause, residential office clause, objective clause, liability clause, associate clause. Okay, associate clause, and then along with it, we learned about capital clause also. Whereas in article of association, what is very important, the drafter as per the organizational choice. Every company can draft as per their own organizational choice because it keeps on wavering, it keeps on changing. So that's all for today's video. Hope you understood about the difference between MOA and AOA. Quickly, if I tell you, objects, here rules and regulation, here it is with the company with the external world, your company within its members, it is compulsory to have an MOA under, it is compulsory to have an MOA. AOA, it is not that compulsory. MOA, it is subordinate of Companies Act, whereas AOA, Articles of Association, it is not the, it is the subordinate of the MOA. MOA is the defines the objectives, limitations, and powers, whereas Articles of Association defines the powers, rights, duties of whom? Of the shareholders. So we can amend, can we amend the MOA or we cannot amend the MOA? Think fast. We can amend the MOA. Okay. We cannot amend the MOA, sorry. AOA we can amend. Okay, I was just confusing it. MOA consists of 6 clauses. Which are the 6 clauses? Name clause, registration of office clause, objective clause, liability clause, capital clause, associate clause. and then AOA is basically drafted as per the organizational needs. So that's it. So I hope you understood. Wish you all the best. Good luck. And if you do like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And do let me know about any one of the point you liked about MOA in the comments. I'll be very happy to read it.